Hello and welcome back to the Long Island Railroad Montauk branch. Today I wanted to give you a quick update on the progress of Operation Waterfront. The first thing I wanted to show you was this completed structure. This is Atlas Middlesex Manufacturing. I am not using it as that, of course, but the building is so completely generic you can basically do whatever you want with it. Some of the things I've done, hang on, let me close in here. Okay, this close-up shows the changes I made, which on the left there I can see I cut through two of the windows and put in some loading dock doors. And I did this following an example from the prototype. It's actually on the other side of the river. The building could be this building. It looks almost exactly the same, and I cut those doors based on that pattern, and I'll show you a picture of it right here. The next thing I did was the stairs that came with the building were incredibly grandiose. They looked like that it should have been in front of a mansion and not in front of an old warehouse. So I got rid of those and made my own stairs there on the right. Obviously, I put in some lights. I filled in a lot of the windows on the bottom level on the far side, on the track side. Other than that, I really didn't make a lot of changes. I put in the lighting. I added those the little stairway on top and the vent. That didn't come with the kit. And then I made this small power pole because I wanted to connect to that power pole down there. And I'll do that after I'm done with everything because, I don't want to, probably going to be moving this building around a lot. Now what I did was, in order to make sure that in the future I could still move this without upsetting the lines that I put in, is I made the power pole removable. And here's the power pole that I made. It's just a skewer with various bits of styrene glued to it. I like making power poles because you can make them unique. You can't go out and buy this. You got to make it. And they look neat because they're all distinctive and no one else has them. And they stand out. People look at it and say, "Woo, look at that." So to do the lighting, first of all, I always connect my buildings under the layout with these little JST plugs. They work great and they fit through 1/4-inch holes, so you don't have to do a big giant hole. So I have that power in, and then it splits right here into four different power outs. One is a 12 volt that goes down to the lights down here in the base, or actually that's the roof, the ceiling. And then the other are 12 volt outs that go through resistors. See, there's a resistor right there, to the lights the exterior lights. So there's one there, one down there, and then the one in front of the doorways in front, like that. So I just soldered directly onto the tips of the connectors, like that. Because if you start cutting these down, remember these are all covered with the coating, so they don't short out on each other, except for the very ends, which have a little, usually at least these ones have a little bit of solder on them, so you can solder to them. So instead of cutting them down and then trying to scrape the protective coating off, I just solder directly to the ends because it's fine, don't have to worry about anything. And then I stuck in this piece of paper that I actually painted it black because I didn't have any black construction paper left. This is hard to focus on. Come on. As a view block so you can't see all the way through the building. Didn't put any floors in. There's no furniture or anything like that. So that's how I do my lighting. Continuing on with the update, you can see I've done all the framework and added the foam board for the surface of the waterfront area and got the fascia on. Now you might have thought, save the fascia for last. Well, I didn't want to do that because I needed to update all the switching mechanisms and install them. And I wanted to do that. Well, you have to do that after you put the fascia on, basically. So I got all my switch functionality installed or reinstalled. So you can see the water will continue from here and go all the way down around to that end. And then I just did some cleaning up over here to make it look neat. Let's get it out of the way. So I'm happy with the progress so far. I've been working on laying this concrete using balsa wood and basswood. Just finished putting this section in right here. These two pieces are just lying loose. And that will go all the way to the end. For my lights, well, I make all my lights. This, as you can see, the wires are just the wires from the LED forming the support for the lamp. I put a little, I didn't do a very good job, but I didn't really care. Put a little modeler's paste on it to kind of hide the fact that it's two wires twisted together. And then for the shade, I found these babies at Hobby Lobby. Focus. The original's on the left there. I have no idea what they are or what they're supposed to be used for, but I said, oh, that's nice. So the way I make them is that I stick it in my razor saw jig, whatever it's called, and make a mark on it and then cut the end off. And I didn't use the one on the right because I felt that it was a little too deep. You know, the edge is too big. And just, you know, stick the LED through that, glue it in. Actually, I stick a little piece of putty in the end to hold it in place, and it also helps block the light from coming through. Paint it, stick it in, glue it in with CA glue, and it's pretty easy, actually, and it's certainly a lot cheaper than buying the pre-made ones. And again, you can do whatever you want. You can make your lights look like whatever you want. Like, I don't know if, I think I've mentioned this, but I made all these basically the same way. So they're exactly the way I want them, and I didn't have to fiddle with anything. So that's it for the update. Stay tuned. Next couple days, I'm going to start a new series of switching videos, starting again from the very beginning and through to the end. So by the time I'm done with that, perhaps there'll be more progress done on here, Operation Waterfront. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.